Hi everyone, so today we're going to do a card that also is a box, and it's a nice way of giving a gift and a card at the same time. So this turns out to be an easel card, so it will stand on their table or mantelpiece, and you can fill the little tray with whatever you wish. So I'll try and give you a closer look at that. And because I've used double-sided card, actually we're lined all inside as well. Okay, so it's not that difficult. You've all made easel cards before. You've probably all made boxes before, so this is just combining the two. So we'll put that to one side. When we look at what we need, it's a 1 6-inch square card, 2 A4 sheets, and I've used this with double-sided. We need extras for decoration and for lining the box. All right. So we're going to take 1 A4 sheet and cut it into two pieces, 19.5 by 14.5, and I have those here. Now I have kept the scraps, so I've got those to one side. Right, we're going to score 2.5 centimetres each side on the longer side on both pieces. This is going to make our sleeve for the box. So we are going to go 2.5, turn it, 2.5, two and a half, turn, two and a half. Okay, so that is going to be the sleeve. I'll just bend those like that, and it will go together like that to form the sleeve. Okay, we'll put that aside for a moment. Right, the second A4 sheet I've cut 19.25 by 19.25. So here we have 19.25 by 19.25, and I'm going to score that 2.5. They're easy measurements to remember, and I'm going all the way round. There we go. And before we do anything else, I need to fold all of these edges, and I want a nice crisp edge. Right. Now I've done that all the way round, I want to remove a smidge all edges. This is going to make your drawer fit a lot better. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to just remove a smidgen. I've taken, if I can get that to say, a smidgen off one. Two. 3. 4. 4 sides. This is all I've taken off. Now we're going to take the 4 corners and I'm going to snip up to the line and take a little wedge out of that corner. Turn it round and take a wedge. Never take it off this bit. Always the corner bit. Okay, so there is my box ready to assemble. Now, one of the things that is very useful are these little dog clips. So I'm going to take wet glue and turn it over, and I'm going to put wet glue on all of my corners. I then fold my flaps in, fold up, check that that is flush, and then I pop my little clip on there, fold that in, check that this is flush here, and that one slipped slightly. It's important to get this right, or else your box will not fit inside the sleeve. So when I've done that, I tend to just pinch the corners just to settle the corners in properly. So there we go. There is our inner box. Okay, and I'm going to put that aside to dry. Right, the 2 panels we scored earlier, right, we're going to put double-sided tape on 2 inner flaps. So I'm going to put piece there. Make sure that these bits are tucked in, and because my tape is a little bit too small or too large, whichever way you look at it, I'm putting 2 strips. There we go. So there are my two strips, and I'm going to take this one, push it into the crease and fold over. Okay. Rock it back, place this one in, line it up into the crease and fold that one over. I've now got a perfect sleeve. Right? Don't try and just guess where these sides go. You need them accurate. Okay, so we'll test that when our other bit is dry. Right. I'm going to check whether this is nice and firm, so I'll leave those for a minute, and we're going to cut a piece 14 by 2 for the front panel to strengthen the box. And that is going to go onto there, but before I do, I'm going to put a strip of double-sided tape, turn it over, and if I mark now 7 centimeters, it will give me the front piece of my panel. And I'm just going to put a little nick on there, and I'm going to put a brad through there, start it off, and then I'm going to take the backing off, continue that through, and just pull. I'm not doing it too tight because I want to be able to get hold of that little button on the front. And we're going to then take this fiddle around and get your front panel. Your front panel is going to notice, so do spend a bit of time getting that ready. We're now going to try our sleeve. These side pieces go down, and there we have our little drawer that is perfect. And that is due to that little smidge that we took off after we'd scored. Okay, so there is our box ready. Right, we're going to now cut a panel that's 14 by 14 to line the bottom of my box. Now I've got plain in here, so I'm now going to add a patterned one facing up. Okay. Wet glue just gives me a tiny bit of wiggle room. There we go. So there is our lined box. Right, we're now going to cut 2 centimetre strips to line all round the box. So go. That's better. So there's our first one in, and that is going to secure the corners. Right, by the magic of technology, I now have all my box fully lined, and I slip it into my little sleeve there. So here is our box all ready, moves really nicely, and we'll put that to one side. Right, we're now going to take a 6-inch card. I'm going to check that it's folded nicely, and we're going to fold the front in half into the centre fold. Right, so there is my easel bit here, and now I'm going to fix the back of the card here with a centre fold at the back to the top of my card. Now I can see it's coming over a fraction, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to take a smidgen off there, and a smidgen off there, go to the back of the box and fix firmly in here. And I'm going to be taking the box out in a minute. There's the fold to the back, and I now want to take my box out because I want to get my fingers inside the sleeve to fix that, and that's going to add to the strength of the top of the box. Okay, when we put this in, it's strengthening the bottom, so now we have a very rigid structure. Right, so we've now got an inner 14 by 14 which is going to go inside the actual card. Okay, I've stuck the wrong bit down. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as it is, and what I'm going to do is to fold the top. Okay, mistakes happen, and I could have wiped it off the video, but I'm not going to, because we are going to put a 14 by 14 piece on here, and that will cover the mistake that I've made there. Okay, so part of crafting is learning how to get yourself out of mistakes. So here's my 14 and a half, 14 by 14, and I need to decide which way up. I think this would be easier for writing on, so I'm going to stick this down. Everything you put on is strengthening your box. So there I have a little wiggle room. If you need to, take your box out and press from underneath. Right, when we look at this top, right, I need to turn that over. Cut a card front 15 by 15 and fix to the lower edge here. Now I find it's easier to use half of a card, and then this will make two card toppers. So making sure this is square, and we're going to stick it on like that, so it's level with the bottom but not sticking it on the back here. So I'm going to use double-sided tape because that grabs instantly and isn't going to move. So I'm going to put two strips on the lower half there. And I'm going to fix that in place firmly there. There is my easel card, and you can see it's standing up on the back. Okay, I've now got some scraps to decorate. Right, and we're now going to decorate the front of the card. So any scraps you've got, I think I'm going to do this one on the back. This one I want a little bit of wiggle room to get it right. So there we go. And I'm going to put this one on here, which gives me a tiny border all the way round. There we go, that's the front of the card, stands up. We need to make a little stopper here, and you'll see on the other one I've die cut a little stopper. Use all your scraps up, and I've got a little motif here that's going to go on the front. So there we go. Centre that one up go. So we have now, once we've got a little stopper in place there, we have our card with a greeting inside, and we have a little drawer for a present, or it could be a set of little cards that people could send. So either way, chocolates or little present, a scarf or anything like that, it's presented really nice, and the recipient will get a chance, excuse me, to have a little storage box that they can keep on their craft table or somewhere they can see it. Okay, so please do have a go. It is fiddly, but it's really worth the effort at the end. I'll bring back in the other one that I've done. So this one I've added extra glitz around it to match the foiling on here. I've die cut a stopper, I've added peel-offs, but this is a card that you can use really all your little bits up. Right, there we go. So, happy crafting. God bless.